Hey, welcome to Risk On Sports. This is episode 1. Today is April 12th. Today we're going to talk about the Twins Red Sox. We had a nice play on it, but apparently it got rained out. Also, we're going to give a little introduction of what we're going to accomplish here. Tune in here with Risk On Sports. Hey, thanks for joining us today. I am with Mr. Todd Alt. He is actually my executive chairman here, and he's actually my partner here with Risk On Sports. And we're
you a little nervous yet?
No, we're in episode 1 here, and I wanted to talk about the Risk On Sports, what we want to accomplish, the goals, and a little bit about myself and a little bit about Todd. Todd, go ahead.
You do sound a little nervous. You're not used to the intros.
Yeah, you usually do the intros.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Right, but it's okay. Why are we doing Risk On Sports? So Jason has convinced me. Just kidding. So the show Risk On is about, if people watch the 1 o'clock show, it's about stocks, about trading, about investing, poker, gambling, etc. We moved to Las Vegas for a reason. Jason moved from Florida. I moved from California, and so did Crypto Joe. Joe was in the audience today, and Joe's going to be a guest host on the show frequently, probably every day if we can get him to do it. Joe's a pretty boy, so he doesn't like to be on camera too much. Isn't that right, Joe?
I'd love to be on camera, man.
Hey, but part of the Risk On attitude is that the idea that you're going to take risk and how you're going to measure it. And when I met Jason, and I want everyone to understand this, because the last couple of days, gambling hasn't been too great, but we were on a tear, like Jason was killing it. And there's a period of time where risk is working and risk isn't. And it's about a mindset about taking risk. It's not about winning every day. It's about having a bankroll to stay in the game. And I'll tell you guys a story. A while ago, many years ago, in 2007, 2008, I had a problem. I had lent out some money to a friend to buy a business with the premise that he was going to pay us back with his SBA loan. He wasn't able to do that. I lost my trading book, and therefore I had my own personal problems, and I didn't realize how much I relied on that bankroll, about how I relied on making money off that bankroll. And when I met Jason 4 years ago, I liked his thinking and his mentality about how he assesses risk. Jason's the fastest poker player I've ever met in my life. I think faster than Daniel Negreanu, and I've seen Daniel play. You seem to pick, you're very fast, very quick. But most of all, Jason is a risk-reward guy. And so when I wanted to start this concept of Risk On, I asked Jason to co-host the show and join me here in Vegas and do this concept. I really love the idea of watching Jason bet. Jason is a former professional baseball player, and he really has a mind for betting baseball. Now, Jason wants to spend a lot of time on each individual game. I've kind of been pressing you a little bit, because I like the parlays we're doing, and of course we got hit a little bit on the parlays.
Yeah.
But we're still up.
Yeah.
And Jason is really technical and talented about keeping that bankroll to keep you in the game. And this is the part of Risk and Risk On we're trying to teach people. It's part of the program about why Jason is a sports consultant and what he'll be doing for sports consulting. It's really risk analysis. And that's actually helped my poker game. And the interesting part about it is I would have listened to you the other day. I had like 6 or 7 winning days in poker. Didn't quite listen to you about bankroll management the other day. And, of course, I got my butt whipped. So that's what Risk On Sports is about, right?
Yeah.
Jason's a sports consultant. Jason's bringing his expertise here to the show. And we're going to follow that. Joe loves baseball. Joe loves betting. Joe's a soccer guy. Apparently, you can win money on soccer. I know Roland's cousin won some money on soccer over the weekend.
Yeah.
And so that's what it's all about. And Jason, this is Risk On Sports, and Jason's the star of what we're doing in sports betting.
Yeah, so baseball is a little bit different than
Hold on. Did you like that intro?
That was smooth.
Smooth, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna drill down on some of those bullet points.
Silk. Little vodka.
You know what you didn't mention, though, is also how risk management translates into the equities market, too, and also into the...
Well, I kind of feel like everything about Risk On is risk management. Whether it's you're riding a dune buggy and whether you're going to be smart enough to wear... Listen, I talked to my cousin over the weekend. He told me that the things I'm buying, this Can-Am Maverick, this four-wheeler, he's like, you may not want to wear a helmet, but he said he flipped his over going 2 miles an hour, and thank God he had the helmets on, right? And this is risk analysis at its best. Everything crossing the street is risk analysis, but we want to take risk analysis to the point of how we're having fun,
Yeah.
or better, more importantly, fun and making money.
Well, yeah, with the risk comes the assessment of trying to achieve expected value in a positive fashion. So that means we're going to look at the analytics of, just like we do with stocks. You know, a lot of people tend to overtrade or overbet, and, you know, I've been guilty of that here myself recently. But you need to basically look at each scenario and break it down and decide whether or not you have an edge there. And that's true in risk on and anything, like Todd said. For example, he just returned from Costa Rica. There's a tuna fish that took risk on when he bit that lure, and they brought him aboard the ship, and they had to gaff that thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's some risk
That was
there.
some risk, though.
Yeah.
I don't think he was smart enough to understand he was going to get gassed, though.
Yeah, but that was quite a violent scenario. So we're trying to make sure that when we make plays that we know why we're making them, and we talked about this.
One other thing, and then we'll get to Joe, because I think Joe knows what I'm about to talk about in this. The different we see a lot of sports consulting, right? I know you see a lot more than I do.
Yeah.
But what I'm more interested in, the most interested in, is we're a transparent process. So everything we do is going to be put up on the website. You're going to be able to see the ticket that it was really happened, fully transparent, fully audited, and that's important. Joe, you've been a sports bettor before. You've seen these consultants before. What do you think of what we're trying to do here at RiskOn?
Yeah, I think it's kind of unique. I mean, I don't think it's 100% unique, but I think that most sports bettors out there, the guys who I won't even name any names, but there are guys out there who say, "Oh, look at my record, and that's because all they do is show you winning tickets.
Yeah. That's their whole thing. They're more like professional marketing and advertising gurus. When it comes right down to it, they never post all their plays, and they don't track them in a ledger. They also don't even tell you if they're actually making those bets themselves. Some of them don't even bet. They just offer advice. So they can post their winning tickets afterwards on Instagram, but they don't really show you how much they lose. So it's like they're always portrayed in this great, winning, utopian environment. But you know what? That's not the case. Like, you're going to have bad days. When I played professional baseball, you know, I had Tommy John surgery. There was rehab involved. You know, you're going to have bad days just getting back onto the mound. You're going to get lit up, man.
But you never lost a game, though, ever, right?
I got lit up all the time, man.
Oh, okay.
I'd throw a 90-mile-an-hour fastball down the heart of the plate, and these guys are monsters. They would just poop all over it and send it 420 feet to dead center. And the center fielder wouldn't even turn around. It's not even going to be a warning track. He's not even going to be able to a chance to rob the ball because it's going to go 10 rows back in the bleachers. So what do? I just get another ball from the umpire. And the next hitter, let's go.
That's awesome.
What are you going to do?
Right.
Yeah, so that's what it is.
There's no better feeling, by the way, than ripping one on a pitcher.
Oh, yeah.
When you know you're seeing the ball, you know what I'm saying? And by the way, that feeling happens also too when there's money involved with risk. You have this feeling. The other day when you had that monster day where you were up like on $1,400,
Yeah.
it was a monster day, and I could tell you were in the game.
It's
right?
emotional.
And then I
Yeah.
said to you, "Can we go to the sports book together? I want to learn." And then you start showing me how to do it.
Right.
And as soon as you start thinking about it,
Yeah.
we got crushed.
That's it. We got crushed.
Right.
I mean, we missed every parlay. I mean, there were 2-team parlays that weren't that high variance.
But you keep in mind, it's the Cubs got someone texting me, by the way, that's from Chicago and
Yeah.
loves the Cubs and says never bet on the Cubs. By the way,
Well,
which that's not what I'm saying. That was what he said, Bruce. You know who you are.
But yeah, we're going to get into the breakdown of stuff and how we approach the daily slate because baseball is 162 games. And there's massive amounts of games every day, so you don't want to fall in love with certain plays.
What game did you bet on today?
Well, I had one queued up for us today. We had the home opener, Red Sox at the Twins, and what happened was there was a rain delay, and eventually they just postponed the game.
I thought Twins was they're not a dome.
No, they're not. They're Target Field. It's open.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Twins play in an open field.
It used to be that. Remember, it used to be the hefty bag. Remember the
the
the dome.
got punched. Right?
Yeah, remember Kirby Puckett would run around the bases 100 miles an hour and hit home runs? Rest in peace, Kirby Puckett. Yeah, that was back in the day with Ken Herbeck and all those guys, the couple of pitchers, Jack Morris.
But in Minnesota, there's an open field
Open field.
where it snows.
Yeah, Target Field. Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Minneapolis.
How do
St.
you get
Paul.
anything done there?
Well, you play when it's cold.
I've been
man.
there when it's cold,
Oh,
man.
it's
Oh my
miserable.
God.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
So today it was pretty miserable, and they just postponed the game.
I've been there where like my ears are so cold. I think they're gonna break off.
That's what hats are for, man.
What'd you say?
So that's what hats are for.
Yeah, for sure. It's terrible. Sorry about that.
So, but Joe, back into what you were seeing online and some of these people that you've been looking at recently. There are some characters, though, aren't there?
Oh, there are some definite characters. There are characters on both sides, right?
Yeah.
Guys who are right and guys do the right thing, but there are guys out there who are just, it's all about lifestyle. You're right when you said it's all a marketing ploy, right?
It is.
I mean, it is. Look at me in my Rolls. Look at me in my Bentley. Oh, look at me. I've got, $1 million sports cards, blah, 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 blah.
Are we gonna bet on any games tonight?
We are. We're going to bet on games tonight, but I wanted to get back into the whole consultation thing. And Todd, you see right now that there's kind of a beef going on with a couple of these guys on YouTube, and we're kind of distancing ourselves from that type of high-profile stuff. We're more like the everyday player. We're going to grind out a nice,
We're a grinder. You
Yeah.
start with 1,000 and work
Right.
your way up, man. We're not a well, I'm kind of on the show, Skylar. We're kind of a grinder.
Yeah. We're not going to be these huge home run hitters. We're just going to, we're going to base hit you to death. We're going to steal a base. We're going to bunt them over. We're going to sacrifice fly, and then we're going to show you some value that way. We're not going to be these big time players. You're not going to see me rolling around in a Ghost or a Rolls Royce or Wraith. Although there is a Hall of Famer in my building where I live that does cruise around in a Rolls Royce every day.
He bet on baseball.
He bet on. I don't want to
little
mention
bit.
any names, initial PR, but yeah. So
He bet on baseball.
Yeah,
he
he-
signs signatures. I love the guy.
yeah, he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I love the guy.
Should be.
I was born in Ohio. Everyone in Ohio loves Pete Rose.
Yeah, the
probably.
guy should be in the Hall of Fame. Put him in the Hall of Fame for God's sake.
He made a mistake.
Yeah, but he never bet on his team to lose. That's a big difference.
That's what he says, right?
Yes. So
He bet on his team to win.
yeah, absolutely.
Well, do you think he actually bet on his team?
I can't prove that, or
Did he save the tickets?
I don't know how that.
See, we're
went
fully
down.
transparent. The
Yeah.
difference between him and us is we're
Yeah,
transparent.
we got
I
a
your
ticket.
ticket right here,
Yeah.
man. I can see it. It says the Red Sox versus Twins. 9/14 is it? What? Oh, the M Sports book. That's events today, but it's rained out or something. Whatever,
Yeah.
snowed out.
So we'll just go get our money back.
$74.60 to win 174.60.
Yep, that's it.
Right. What
That
about?
was opening
oh,
day.
actually, it says $100 here.
Yeah, we're betting 100.
Oh, what
Total cash out 174.60.
that's what you beat.
Yeah,
That's
the
what
Twins
you
were
won.
favorites
The
there.
Vig's in there.
Yep.
Right. Sorry.
So
Got it.
But you can count on us trying to provide some insight on the games. We'll look at the slate, and then we'll give you our thoughts about it. This is just the introduction show. We're going to be able to talk about this on a daily basis. So
But soon, hopefully, there'll be a way for them to get a hold of you by a website eventually. There'll probably be a phone number, someone taking calls if people want to understand your position on a game or something.
sure, this is really just entertainment purposes for now, but eventually we can move forward where we could do
All of this is for entertainment purposes.
Yeah, absolutely. So
I mean, even baseball itself,
right,
the game is actually played for entertainment purposes.
of course,
Right?
to have fun
Right, exactly.
for love of the game.
But they're going to be able to call something and get your picks right eventually too, right?
if they want to know what I'm thinking about a certain game or some thoughts, sure,
Right.
we could do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Will you take them to the M and have like a tuna fish sandwich like you did with me?
Yeah, we can do that, and then we can bet like 10 parlays and lose them all.
I wasn't like 13 or
Yeah,
something.
13 parlays.
I was just excited to start betting. I was like, and we weren't betting a lot. I mean, come on,
Yeah.
Jason, you've taken 1,200 and,
Yeah, of course.
and turned it into a lot of. Come on, you're doing great.
Well,
okay?
actually, yeah,
that was fun.
We actually just real quick. We've got about 3 minutes left, I think. Before we,
Is there like a hard stop on this show?
yeah,
Like, it just makes you stop no matter what?
yeah.
I don't know if I like that. I don't want to just stop.
Want to keep eating
Wanna
dots,
level up?
right?
Exactly. Sometimes you want to keep going. Sorry, Jason.
Well, we can get into the bankroll challenge. That's basically what it is. So we started with $1,200. It's
Right.
more of a bankroll challenge.
Yeah, well, but I said start with 50,000.
Yeah, right.
And you risk analysis said no, 1,200.
Right. I had $1,200 bills in my front pocket. So I went
No, but that gives you an example of where you're thinking that
Yeah.
you want to ease into this for people.
I mean, we can do larger bankroll too. We
Sure.
can talk about it. But this
Like
is
a-
for
like
the
a
every
5,000 one?
5,000 fair.
Yeah.
We can do this. This is for the everyday player.
Listen, I just want to be factually, I saw you go 1,200 to 3,400.
Right. That's right.
Okay, in 8 days.
Now we're $1,200 to $2,315. That's where we're
and
at.
you're disappointed with the 10
We're
days?
up almost 100% in 10 days.
Yeah, right.
But that's because we took risk on that.
Factual, provable.
Yes.
I got these great picks, and you follow me for $99. No, this is factual, provable stuff, right?
Yeah,
I mean, come on,
exactly.
that's what this is, right?
Listen, and yes,
That's why I like you.
It's like an infomercial.
It's factual.
Yeah, exactly.
It's provable. Transparent.
Listen, let me just tell you something. These other guys, they didn't throw a baseball for money. They're just like sitting on their sofas, and they're just, I played the game.
You did play
professionally,
the game, right?
I mean, it's not a dig on other people, but I just
Did
I
you
was
play
in
soccer, Joe?
Yeah.
I did.
Does that make you an expert bettor in
It
soccer?
does not make me an expert.
You gonna
bettor
give
on
us some bets in soccer?
I will.
What is it? Germany to win?
Well, I mean,
Is that your bet?
No.
Germany plus the over?
Yeah, no.
What was
They're
it?
a young team,
What was
man.
it? What
They're a
was
super
it,
young
hold on a
team
second.
right
Were
now.
you around when it was like Germany and Argentina,
Brazil.
Oh yeah, that
and it
was
was
so
like
great.
7-0,
And you
Yeah.
know, but on the, no,
and
that was
suicides all over Argentina.
That was Brazil, but the Argentinian one was a weird bet because at end game at the end of regulation play, it was 0-0. So if you had bet on them to win, even though Germany won, you would have lost that bet because
Yep.
it was the end of regulation. So
That's
it's
right.
It's a weird bet.
Soccer-
I don't
Soccer's
know
a
what you
weird
mean.
bet.
What do you mean by that?
Soccer's a weird
What do
bet.
you mean the end of regulation? I don't understand.
So at the end of regulation play, before you go into overtime, that's the score when you're betting. Now you can bet other bets that carry over into that, like a 2-3. But
well, what was the score at the end of regulation?
0-0.
0-0.
Then how did it end up 7-0?
No, that you're thinking about the Brazil game, not the Argentinian game.
Yeah.
Brazil got whacked and it was 7-1.
It was somebody where like
Yeah,
they got their crush. Was it
yeah,
Germany?
Germany crushed
Brazil.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Okay, for all you Brazilians out there, ah!
What was it when was it Colombia that kicked the goal into their
No,
own?
that was
yeah,
that,
that
was
that was
that?
in
That was
in
Wasn't
L.A.
that Maradona?
That was in L.A.
Yeah.
Hey, how did
it
it
was.
end up
crazy.
for
That
that
was
guy?
bad.
How did it? Yeah, that was really bad.
No, how did it end up for that guy?
That ended
it didn't
up
work
really,
out.
really bad for him.
Didn't work out for him, did it?
No, this is what
Yeah.
happened right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fatality.
Yeah, it didn't work out so well there. Right now, Josh, the producer's like,
Soccer's a
this show's
passionate-
getting banned.
Look, soccer's a passionate sport. That's all I'm going to say.
It is. But baseball is also. Have you
It
seen the
is.
World Baseball Classic?
I have.
When the DR takes on when like Puerto Rico takes on Dominican Republic,
Yep.
or Cuba, or some of these Latin
And
countries.
the world
Oh
watches,
my
man. I
dude.
mean,
All I want to know is, would you bet on David Beckham when he was married to the Spice Girl? I mean, he's still married to her. But
Yeah.
did his game deteriorate after that?
I don't know. Did it?
Don't you guys all like worry about the pitcher?
Yeah.
Whether he went to a strip club,
Right.
What he ate for dinner.
It was already
Did
sort
he
of
have broccoli the
deteriorating
night
now.
before?
Or,
I mean,
or did he have tuna?
right.
Yeah.
Right. So you're all into knowing this stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You got to know the wind direction. Like I got stuff queued up if you want to give them a little.
I want to
tease.
say something for the record.
Yeah.
You were completely clear with me. The other night there was an Angels game, I believe, against Toronto.
Oh yeah, it was in.
And it was in a different park.
It was in Dunedin at the spring training
and
facility.
you said to me that is a hitter's park.
Yeah.
Expected to be the over. It was like 15-1.
It was a slugger.
It was
yeah, it was
right. And I was like, I didn't even know what done eating is. I'm not
Angels.
ever done eating. I eat all the time. And I was like, I don't know what he's talking about. But you did know that.
Yeah, but you forgot about the other picks that we thought we were knowledgeable in too.
Yeah, but you're not always going to be right.
Listen, baseball will-
It's bankroll management.
It is bankroll
It's
management.
risk on.
It is.
And what risk on sports is going to teach you is how to keep going.
Yeah, unit
and
size,
not blow yourself up.
percentage of unit size,
Exactly.
just like stock trading.
How do you pick and choose the winners you're going to take?
Right.
Are you over betting?
Yep.
Are you making the wrong moves?
Right.
Because I saw you. I mean, look at how do you have a losing record in parlays but making money on parlays because you're picking the right parlays.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You're a good risker.
Yeah, we're gonna get into
you're
this.
good risk analysis.
We're gonna
How
get-
good do I feel? We're still up 100%. Now, granted, we were up 300.
Right. But you have to play the bankroll you have,
Sure.
not what you had.
Right.
Just like trading.
Exactly.
You know, we make one bad trade, we cut it.
I'm pretty impressed with your risk analysis. This is a show about risk.
It is.
That's why I think you're really good at what you do, and I think people over time are going to figure out what I know about you, which is that you're really good at doing this. You're passionate about doing this. That's why I think the show is going to be great because there's a lot of people out that love sports. I know that's why Joe joined us.
Right. We got about 1 minute left. I did want to talk about, like, that's important. We're going to get into this tomorrow. Focus and process.
Sure.
Those are key elements. But I just wanted to say.
Not me, man. Put it all in one game.
No. No, we're not going to do that. Hey, you want to wrap us up? We got about a minute here.
Hey, tomorrow we'll be talking about more risk. Jason's thoughts. This is kind of an introductory. Special thanks to Joe for joining us. He'll be here every day. Crypto Joe. Jason Bartholomew, the risk expert in sports. This has been Risk on Sports. Jason, what do you think?
I thought it was a little rocky to get started, but I think it ended up good.
Yeah, it's not rocky at all. Go Angels!
All right.